So Donald decided that he was going to field some questions. And one of the questions that he was given was in regards to the situation with Russia and Ukraine, given the fact that he just had a 2-hour to 2.5-hour phone call with Vladimir Putin, and then Putin between these countries, he's been trying to negotiate peace for some time.
That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. If I win, when I'm president-elect, and what I'll do is I'll speak to one, I'll speak to the other, I'll get them together.
You said you could end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours.
Yes, I could.
How would you do that?
I know Zelensky very well. I felt he was very honorable because when they asked him about the perfect phone call that I made, he said it was indeed perfect. He said it was, he didn't even know what they were talking about. He could have grandstanded, oh, I felt threatened.
Well, that's not going to be enough for Putin to stop bombing Ukraine.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I know Zelensky very well and I know Putin very well, even better. And I had a good relationship, very good with both of them. I would tell Zelensky, no more, you got to make a deal. I would tell Putin, if you don't make a deal, we're going to give them a lot. We're going to give them more than they ever got if we have to. I will have the deal done in one day.
So just based on the little information that we have provided from the Russian side, President Putin apparently said, first and foremost, I expressed my gratitude to the President of the United States for the support provided by the United States in facilitating the resumption of direct talks between Russia and Ukraine aimed at potentially reaching a peace agreement and resuming the talks which, as we know, were thwarted by the Ukrainian side in 2022. So you hear that, so you should already have a pretty good idea as to how this is really going to go. But listen to this now. It says the President of the United States shared his position on the ceasefire of hostilities and the prospects for a ceasefire. For my part, I noted that Russia also supports a peaceful settlement of the Ukraine crisis as well. What we need now is to identify the most effective ways towards achieving peace. And then lastly, we agreed with the President of the United States that Russia would propose and is ready to engage with the Ukrainian side on drafting a memorandum regarding a potential future peace agreement. This would include outlining a range of provisions such as principles for settlement, the time frame for a possible peace deal, and other matters, including a potential temporary ceasefire should the necessary agreements be reached. So you heard all of that talk, and then they go and bomb Ukraine. So Trump puts his 2 cents out there on how he feels about it. Here.
Russia and Ukraine as well?
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kyiv and other cities. I don't like it at all.
President, what do you want to do about that?
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. We'll see what we're going to do. What am I going to tell you? You're the fake news, aren't you? You're totally fake. All right, any other questions? I don't like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
The thing I'm not understanding is, what do you mean something happened to him? Nothing happened to him. This is generally how he's been. He's always been like this. You've presented him really with about 2 options. Option number 1, until he signs on the dotted line, whatever land he captures from Ukraine is currently his. So as long as he just keeps on moving forward until he signs an actual ceasefire, he can just capture as much as he wants. Option number 2, and now this is where you lost position, because you already put it out there that at some point, if things aren't really agreed upon, then you're willing to back out. And if you back out, then he must be thinking to himself, well, why don't I just wait you out? If I just wait and keep on bombing and keep on going and just pat you on the back every now and then and say, yeah, we had a fantastic phone call and we're reaching a peace agreement and we're really close and we're really close. At some point, you're just going to get fed up because more resources are just going to keep on going out and you're going to want to pull out. And if you pull out, I'll take all of Ukraine. Seriously, think about it. If I'm winning, why would I want a ceasefire? If my end goal was to get as much land as I possibly can, if not get the whole thing, and I'm really about to achieve my goal, why would I stop? In Putin's mind, he doesn't necessarily want a ceasefire. He just knows that Zelensky needs a ceasefire. I didn't say it. They did. On Russia State TV, around the same time frame as the phone call, after the phone call happened, they were even posing that question on Russian television as to what it would mean if a ceasefire were to commence and if they should really even push for one.
Перемирие. Трамп заявляет, Макрон заявляет. Вы вообще все о чем? Перемирие для чего? Остановить войну. Зачем? Которую развязала Россия в 2014 году, заявляет ничтожество Макрон. То есть конченые ничтожества навязывают нарративы, которые не имеют вообще ничего общего к происходящему. Простой вопрос. Вы все о чем? Вы вот реально все говорите о чем? Собирается кучка кокаиновых уродов. Мерц, Макрон едут в Россию.
So you heard Trump's statement that he was surprised he doesn't know what's wrong with Putin all of a sudden. He changed on him, even called him crazy. So Vladimir apparently didn't like that. Now he thinks that Trump is being emotional. Would y'all listen to this nonsense? The Kremlin claimed Donald Trump was showing signs of emotional overload after he called Vladimir Putin absolutely crazy following Moscow's largest aerial assault on Ukraine. The U.S. president said on Truth Social on Sunday that something has happened to Putin after Russia killed 13 in Ukraine with 367 drones and missiles. He has gone absolutely crazy, Trump said, needlessly killing a lot of people. Yeah, this is why you kind of don't go ahead, cede ground before you actually have a chance to negotiate with the person that has started the war. Trump likes to talk about cards. What poker player starts to show their hand before the chips are down? Because that's precisely what you did. When you told him that you are willing to back off, he knew that he just needed to wait you out.
You can't be this dumb.
When you told him that you had a limit to how much you were going to take and that there was a limit to how much you would support Ukraine, and even when you said to the press that more than likely in order for this war to end, Ukraine is going to have to cede some of their land, then in Russia's mind, they just have to grab as much as they can before they sign. That's called bad negotiating. That's all I got for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you again on the next one. Be easy, y'all.